Stonehenge. Stonehenge. क्या हुआ पता है? तो उन लोगों ने कैसल बनाने के लिए कोशिश कर रहा था, लेकिन हुआ नहीं, आधा में छोड़ दिया है. They just split the pillars and after that they just tried. तो देखा इतना दूर है, कोई फायदा नहीं होगा, वहाँ ही छोड़ दिया.
Abhinay, what do you have to say about this explanation of Stonehenge?
No comment.
Ashish?
Quite accurate. I was there.
Hi guys, we just reached Edinburgh. We took a coach from King's Cross station in London and it was a 4-hour journey. The train was really nice journey, especially the scenic views, the rolling hills and a lot of sheep and cattle along the way and really nice landscape. We just reached Edinburgh and we walked across the street from our station and we just have our hotel just 5 minutes walking from the station and we have great views from our hotel. I'll show you in a while. The sun is shining in Edinburgh and so I am happy. We are going to take a sneak peek of the city with the hop on hop off bus. So let's go. So after the hop on hop off tour, our first stop is the Greyfriars Brogby. It's a pub house and it's really old. It's named after a dog. So stories have it that the dog sat by the side of his master for 14 years guarding his dead body, and there are so many tales and it's noted in so many books how he guarded his master for 14 years and he used to leave his side only at known for his food. Both the dog and his master are buried together at the cemetery just behind this pub. It serves one of the best brew here and also it's known for the pies. Another reason why this place is very famous is because J.K. Rowling has written a lot of her Harry Potter books sitting at this place. So I think this is the best way to start the tour of Edinburgh. There are many places where J.K. Rowling actually penned down her story. So there's a place called The Spoon, there's a place called the Elephant Cafe. Unfortunately, all of them are closed right now. But we are going to the Kirkyard just next to the pub to check out the place. And this is where Bobby and his master are buried, and stories say that J.K. Rowling took a lot of names in her books from this burial ground. So let's go check it out before we go back to the pub. Come. What is haggis, neeps and taddies? What is it?
She wants to know meaning.
So the neeps is turnip.
Turnip, okay.
And then obviously mashed potatoes, and then your haggis is parts of a sheep.
Yeah.
Okay. It's liver and guts. What are you eating?
It's a shepherd pie. Crowy's pie. It's amazing. Love it.
So we are tasting the haggis. Moment of truth. How is it?
I like it. Nice.
Good morning, guys. So we reached Edinburgh yesterday and it's a bright shiny morning and I really like it. So we are trying to go there to Calton Hill, which is behind us, and trying to make our way. Apparently you have a great view from there, a panoramic view experience. As we just crossed the station, we reached the famous Balmoral Hotel where J.K. Rowling had penned down her 5th book, and one of the rooms in the hotel is still booked as the J.K. Rowling suite, and the prices, the tariffs are really high to stay. But if you are a really if you are a Harry Potter fan and you want to experience it, you can stay in the suite. Uphill climb, so you need good shoes like everywhere else in England. So this place is actually a maze of monuments around. It was formed by a volcanic eruption and it was under sheets of ice. As global warming started, the ice started melting, and now what we have is a maze of monuments. As you move, the first monument which you see is Nelson's monument. It looks like the one in London, but it is obviously different. On one side we have the Nelson's monument, one side we have the observatory, and on the other side we have the Dougal Stewart monument. This is not the highest peak of the Calton Hill, so we are moving towards the highest peak. We are ending our morning here, going down from the Calton Hill, and the viewpoint is really good. You can come here and you have the best of both worlds, the old city and the new city. You can see the castle in the background and all the important monuments in the city. So it's a good way to start your day in Edinburgh. So no trip to Edinburgh is complete without a distillery tour. So we have just come for a distillery tour to the Glenkinchie Distillery.
And when the Glenkinchie bell rang every time in the morning, everyone came to one place in the distillery and they all had a ton of whiskey before they started work in the morning. And then they'd ring the bell in the evening and they'd have another ton of whiskey before they went home. But health and safety, stop the bell ringing. 10 easy steps. And the first step is growing. So the farmer has to grow the barley in the fields. And in July, August time, the barley is then harvested. So the barley will be harvested around about July, August very soon. And then once it's harvested, the barley is then steeped in hot water, and the barley is really tricked into growing. It's going to start to germinate. So if we allowed the barley to continue to grow for longer than a few days, it would start to use up all the goodness it needs to grow, so it has to be stopped from growing. And you do that in the kiln, like we saw through there on the malting floors, where the warm, gentle air just passes through the malting barley and it dries it off, and it's now ready to be delivered here to Glenkinchie. And whiskey's many years away, but what could they do here that might change the flavour of the whiskey? Smoke. But for Glenkinchie, we don't use any peat, so our whiskey is unpeated, so it's very light and delicate, like myself.
No visit of Edinburgh is complete without a distillery tour. So today we were here at the Glenkinchie Distillery and we had a great tour. We were picked up from our hotel. The car was sent to the hotel and it was, I think, around a 1 hour drive to the distillery, but the whole way was very scenic. And once you're here, you just enjoy this place. This is like holiday resort. Guys, I am at Victoria Street, which is a slight deviation from the Royal Mile. This is the closest it can get to the description of Diagon Alley in J.K. Rowling's books, the Harry Potter series. And it is a great place to spend your evening, to eat, have fun, and to shop a little bit. I was in the same street earlier in the day because I wanted to taste these hamburgers from this place called the Oink, and they are really authentic ones. So if you are in Edinburgh, you should not miss those hamburgers. Also, if you want to buy Harry Potter merchandise, there's a really nice place at affordable prices where you can get Harry Potter merchandise. So behind me is the Edinburgh Castle, and it sits on a volcanic eruption, and the whole city is based around it. So when we talk about the Royal Mile, it actually starts from the Edinburgh Castle and to the Hollywood Row. And one thing which you need to do while you're in Edinburgh is cover the entire stretch of Royal Mile on foot and discover the place.